All right. I'm back. I am. Okay. Wake up, computer. What happened? There we go. Yo, Wambrito with the gifted sub on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Juan. Welcome back, buddy. Good morning. Good evening. What's grouching, dummies? How we doing? What up, Cheeto Burrito? What up, Vape? What's up, Sailor? What up, Half? I am. What's up, Hinster Renner? Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. What up, Dwayne? How you doing, man? Maybe it was just a dream. Wake up, computer. Come on. What's up, everybody? How we doing? The heck, my monitor's not working. There we go. Now it's working. Helicopters against the moonlight. Holy mother of the midnight. What's up, Sizzle? Am I able to show the game? If you're talking about black budget, no. Only thing I can show is what I've been shown via the leaks. I'll show you that today. The playtest isn't until early December. So what up, Tinky Boo? How you doing, baby? PUBG 2 and PUBG Black Budget, the new extraction shooter. We got a lot of PUBG news to cover today, which is why we're live early. I will be planning on being live tonight, but I got to go help my brother pull an engine, or I should say receive an engine. We already pulled the motor out of this Titan, and we got a new bottom end being delivered today, but it's supposed to be delivered like today, but I think it's gonna be delivered tonight. It's coming from Dallas, so I don't know for sure, but stream tonight, so we'll see. What up, Clever? Hey, you too, man. Thanks for being here. Oh, nice. You met the devs. Cool. I haven't had I have not had any interaction with the Black Budget team or devs aside from the email they sent out to all the PUBG partners like yesterday, requesting, hey, are you interested in doing a playtest? Because they already had one playtest like a month ago. I was never contacted or invited or anything. I know a couple people who were, and then they have this second rounds of playtests. That obviously I told them, yeah, I want to do it. I'm interested, and they should be sending me 30 play codes as well for other content creators or just viewers of my channel who may want to get involved and play it themselves. So hopefully the next couple of days we'll get some confirmation on that, and that'd be nice. Be fun. We'll have like Twitch drops and all kinds of stuff. UE5 will be good to pump some form of info. Huh? What up, Kramus? Let's go out, baby. What destroyed the motor? We don't know yet. It's a Nissan Titan. with the diesel, and it was sitting for like over a year when he bought it with the blown motor. We suspect that it was basically hot rodded, tuned out of its mind to run like extremely, extremely rich, and just like cranked with the boost, and was probably running wide open throttle and scored the head. And at first we thought it was only on the outer rim of the block of where the head meets the top end of the motor. And so obviously the gaskets were shot, but we were hoping that the gasket is what blew, and that's how coolant and everything was leaking into the cylinder walls. Turns out there's a scoring on the cylinder, top of the head, and on the very outer edge of one of the cylinder walls, and it's basically paperweight now. So we got a new bottom end coming, or a new bottom end coming to replace that. What up, Stan? Like that Bob wallpaper? You has news about UE5? I do has news about UE5. Was it the Bosch CP4 failure? Honestly, I have no idea. $15,000 of damage? Damn. Yes, I will make a follow-up video when the teams complete their first rounds of games. So if you didn't watch my previous video, go watch it. And in that video, you will find out that after the teams play their last stage of games, December 5th, 6th, 7th, then I will make my voting recommendations before they enter the grand finals. Because if you vote before then, you're just wasting points, because none of these teams have qualified for the grand finals. Oh yeah, big game over. We're talking to an engine builder and someone who like regularly decks and hones engines and has a lot of experience with this kind of stuff. More experience with iron blocks than anything, but where the damage originally looked like it was only on the top of the head, the engine builder was like, look, I usually I could weld this and then deck and hone it and kind of smooth it out. But he's like, for this is a very little bit. He's like, I'd honestly use some high temp JB weld, literally putty that thing over there, sand it down, putty it, sand it down, put the new gasket seal on it, and send it. He's like, it honestly isn't worth the risk of welding it, because if you weld it and then obviously the weld doesn't go right, then it's like you can't redo it. But then when we acid cleaned it and saw that the actual cylinder wall had this it's a small little 5 centimeter chip at the edge of the cylinder wall, but it's right where the seal would be. So it's like you can't can't do nothing about that. The pressure would be too great. So unfortunately, got to get a new motor job. What's up, Wayne? What up, Decaf? Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it's a 2018 of the diesel Cummins. And he bought it, as a project truck. The whole idea was, hey, this already doesn't work. It's been sitting for a long time, and he got a stupid good deal on it. But obviously you hope for the best, because it was it could have been something as minor as the turbo seals blew, and it's oh well, shit, we can replace those real quick. Or head gasket blew, and we could take it apart, replace the head gasket, clean everything up, slap it back together, and we're off to the races. But no. Not that lucky with this one. Not that lucky with this one. You'll have to tell my brother to check it out. CP4 Bosch lawsuit. Okay. Two teams changed their organization. Forest and is now Myth, and Slam G is now Orchid. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that recent? Very recent? $50 million. Hey, who did they kidnap? Chelsea Clinton? I. Ooh, got a little chillo. Got the little chillos. Did that game the dude in Germany was making die? You talking about Rings of Battle with Josh, but Massabeard? Yeah, I don't know what the update is on that. He occasionally will send me stuff on it, like stuff he's working on. So I don't think it's dead. He hasn't said like anything about stopping work on it, but I know there was some development issues in terms of like team members and kind of having to redo some of previous members' work and get new people involved and that sort of thing. So honestly, I don't know like the current status of it, but like I said, he occasionally will send me screenshots or videos and stuff. What up, Junbao? How you doing, buddy? Hello. Carry on. I am. Hello. Hello. One for five blue. What up, Stefanos? How you doing? Them boys playing claw grip. They're like this. I get arthritis thinking about that. Oh, you know it's Cynthia Boo. This is the M83 Spotify playlist, baby. Hey, shout out Zen. Thank you, homie. Glad to hear it's still rocking, even with a couple holes in it. Hell yeah, man. That's one of my my to-do lists is update my merch. Get a new wave. Some new designs. I'm actually getting some new banners made for the stream, a couple of new go live thumbnails, and etc. etc. I'm gonna officially coin my my merch Grouch gear. Been meaning to do it for a long time. Gotta get some Grouch gear in the dome, baby. Yeah, I've always used the same company, Teespring, so I wonder if they just changed their distributor at one point or another. To be honest, I probably should look into even changing the company that I go through, because you know, back then when I first started it was like Teespring was like the easiest one to kind of do, but they may not actually be the best ones to go through now. I don't know. How many people ever pick up those boats, huh? I mean, truthfully. Get back here. You just shoot me through the wall, you cheating bot. How the hell did you know I was even there? Little cheater. Who's ready for the PUBG ally? You're your brand new teammate. Can spot enemies behind walls for you. I mean, I do agree. I'm happy that it's fixed spawns now. Hold on, I gotta fucking my damn game. Fixed spawns way better than random, like, you know, I'm in Pachinki at a hot drop and I get a fucking boat. Like, that's no good. Hold on. My monitor's wigging out. There we go. Now, okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah, they've actually stated, like, officially, DMRs will not be getting reverted. I'll go over all that stuff in just a little bit. I'll let people still kind of trickle into the stream. No, not yet. Not yet. Give people a few minutes to come into the stream. So we're not repeating everything 7 times. Wiggle boys. No, AI teammates would be duos only, and it'll only be arcade mode. So it's not going to be in the real game yet, but I'm sure that's their plan eventually. Ow. Yeah. Every little thing gonna be all right. What up, Kraft? Hey, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here. Hope your lunch break is going all right. What are our missions we got? Destroy windows. Wait, what that? Deal some more SMG damage. Loot 15 total healing items from an enemy box. Okay. Loot 40 items from death boxes. Get 7 kills with the DMR. Destroy 25 windows, doors, or vehicle tires. Destroy 10 vehicle tires. Deal a bunch of damage to the DMR. Is this kind of a... No, you sons of guns. Okay. Do this. Doors. Yeah. Yeah. Windows. Let's go loot these bots. What else, stinking? Retro, did you see the video of the NASA live stream they cut, where this like triangle thing that like floated across the screen, like super sus like? You know, they cut the feed. Hey guys, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute, guys. What the hell is that? Like, all right, loot healing items. Healing items. I guess it's all healing items looted, right? We're good. Give me a shout. Counterfeit. What's up, sugar? Yes, sir. We are listening to music. Oh yeah, if they add bot teammates to the normal game, stupid garbage. What up, Curtis? All right. Bundled items count as one. Oh, rats. I didn't have enough space in my inventory. What was the other bot that I killed? Talking to myself. All right, 1, 2, 1. Oh, does it always drop the other one on the ground anyway? I thought it might keep it in his inventory. Cheeky. Little suppressor? You a quiet boy? Let's crouch. Oh, sorry. What up, player? Yeah, I'm sure it's just a reflection. Like, you know, realistically, I'm sure it's just a reflection. I'd be very believable. But, you know, it also doesn't it doesn't look good. Like, cut the feed. like why not just address it live, you know, like live or something, you know? Or just let it stay and be like, oh, by the way, we just noticed this thing. It's, you know, it's these lights on the ground reflecting or whatever. But like, when you have something like that that just floats across the screen and they're like, hey, pull the feed, pull it. It's like, okay, wait a minute, guys, come on. What are we doing? They got the age of disclosure. You know, that documentary comes out this week. I think actually tomorrow, the 20th, or maybe Friday. And that's not going to show us anything we don't already know. But basically the TLDR, from what I understand, is they got like 35 different people, like high military ranking, high government officials, scientists, etc., to all, you know, come out and agree and say, hey, look, we've been having these reverse engineered programs for decades. I've been read into these programs. Some people have even, you know, quote, allegedly seen them, worked on them, whatever. And you know, it's a form of disclosure in that sense, where the government is like slowly but surely kind of like, all right, well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and say we got this stuff now. Yeah, I guess. Might as well just say it. Yo, what up, Noise? I am. Who's ready for a daytime stream? Yeah, I've seen reports on both, right? On the Threat Atlas. Like some scientists have said like it literally is just a rock, and then some have been like, no, it's got all these properties that kind of say otherwise, you know? I don't think they came out with a recent dev letter for cheating besides the console one. think the last dev letter I already covered was like maybe 3 weeks ago. Yeah, he's got a creator code, so he loves it now. That boy flipped the script hard. Makes a couple bucks at a creator code and all of a sudden plays PUBG nonstop, loves the game. Well, Erangel will be destructible. Terrain will be destructible, yeah. All right, Curtis. We're looking like... Is that done yet? Not yet. What made that do? Holy hole in the ground. November 4th. Are you talking about the console one? Or is there a new PC one that I might have missed? Pretty sure there's no one new. No cap, I believe in flat theory. Yikes. Alright, GG. Here you go. Now would be a good time to say psych. Oh, rats! Yeah, but I have a specific thing that says vehicle tires. Didn't I? Destroyed 10 vehicle tire. Wait. Oh, that might be bugged. It's not tracking. Oh, I didn't loot the healing items from that guy's box, did I? Forgot about that. The heli? There we go. Those, that. All right, healing items would be good now. What up, JoJo? I'll be covering the news in just a minute, buddy. How you doing, man? All throughout history, the depicted of Earth being flat. Listen, I literally can't help you. God bless your heart. Okay, I'll take a look at it. See if there's anything I need to cover. We got heal a bunch of health. There's no way I didn't do more than 10. Like all the windows and shit I shot too. No way, right? Falling, 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 falling. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Stop shooting at me. Wait. That's just rude, dude. I'm doing stuff. Freaking Lynx AMR. Son of a bitch. Hello? 1 second for the last one. Going, hey, 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 hey. Man, still popping off at links. Asking more. Going, hey, 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 hey. What? The tankiest tires in the game. What the God bless, the thing is so tanky, dude. Why'd they do that to this freaking buggy tire? This is ridiculously tanky. I am. What's the worst that can happen, guys? That guy blows me away with the links. Uh-oh. He just got ran over. Uh-oh. I might be in big doo-doo. P90. Oh. Oh. Push, 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 push. Kobe. 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 Oh. Never mind. Not Kobe. Kobe. The most competitive experience in PUBG. Alrighty. Who's ready for some PUBG news? I am. Oh yeah, we all good, Cynthia Boo. Baby girl's 3 months old. Stella's doing great. I got 6 weeks off of work for baby leave. Doing great, man. Doing great. All right, let me get my notes all together here, boys. Oh. What up, James? Welcome back, buddy. Universal Studio made a globe logo long before any so-called proof of globe theory. Stars don't move. The moon and sun are the same size. Sorry, I'll stop. Please, do yourself a favor. Look, man, you can believe whatever you want. You're not gonna see me try to convince you that the earth is not flat. If you believe the earth is flat, GG. GG. What up, B? How you doing? All right, so no, you can share your beliefs. You know, you can share. Hey, feel free to share it. I'm just not gonna partake in trying to convince you otherwise. Like, all right, you think the Earth's flat? Let me guess. You think Epstein killed himself? That's fine. Hey, look, we all have our theories. I think aliens are real. It's all good. It's all good. No judgment here. What up, Elite? How you doing? What up, Tampa? All right, anyways. So a couple things have happened in the last couple of days. So I've been putting together basically just like a little list of notes for like a TLDR, everything that we know about PUBG 2. Because obviously the questions come up a lot. How's Unreal Engine 5 going? Where's PUBG 2? Is it going to be PUBG 2? Whatever. I've made a number of videos on it, but they kind of been, 6 months apart, 7 months apart. So I figured now would be a good time going into 2026 to do a TLDR recap on everything that I know about PUBG 2.0, which is officially what it's called, which is the same thing as Unreal Engine 5 engine upgrade. I went back and found all the videos and the sources and the articles and stuff where I got all this information from. So what we're going to do is go through a bunch of notes that I made about, like I just said, what I know about PUBG 2, Unreal Engine 5, where I found this information from, what we can expect in the next couple of months from PUBG and from some other PUBG games like Project Black Budget, which is PUBG's extraction shooter. It's a completely different game, but it's in the PUBG, universe. So we'll go over all that. And then when I get done, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Or if you're in the live chat, let me know here. I'll do my best to answer them. If I can't answer them, well, then I'll go back and dig up the info or find out where to get the answers for you. M5 is not done. I will give you an update on that later. All right, so this is just going to be, like I said, like a talking head news kind of video. So let's go through it. First off, PUBG 2.0 UE5. What do we know? Well, some people don't even know this. So let's just start off here. Unreal Engine 5. It's a major engine upgrade that will, in essence, improve every aspect of PUBG, like from the game development part of it to potential bug fixes. Of course, graphical changes, audio changes, movement changes. It's not just a new skin or a new coat of paint on PUBG. It is a remake of the game on a completely new engine. Now, there is a little asterisk I should put there because for games like you guys may have heard of the new Halo 1 remake, the Halo CE remake that they are now launching, I think next year. They've been working on it for a couple years now in the Unreal Engine 5. However, they are actually using the base Blam engine of Halo Reach and then overlaying Unreal Engine 5 for the graphic fidelity overhaul. So it is possible that a company would use an older engine for the physics and the gameplay and like the movement and all that kind of stuff, and then overlay Unreal Engine 5 for the audio and for the graphic upgrades. That is a possibility. But from everything we've been told by PUBG, this is a complete ground up rebuild of PUBG in the Unreal Engine 5. So not old Unreal Engine 4. Whatever they were using plus UE5 graphics. This would be everything redone in Unreal Engine 5. So it has been confirmed on multiple occasions that PUBG 2.0 is in fact the UE5 transition. So there was some discrepancy there. People think like, oh, well, it's never been officially confirmed or whatever. It has been confirmed by Krafton. Krafton owns PUBG. So whenever Krafton announced something that they're talking about PUBG, it's their IP. So the official title is obviously subject to change before the release, right? They haven't done like a marketing push. They haven't made promotional content on it. Like they're not there yet. But from everything Krafton has said, they are calling it PUBG 2.0. Actual in-game images and videos that were released, which I'll show you in a little bit, are from in-engine gameplay. So not like some companies will make a render. They'll say this is what it could look like. This is what we are kind of thinking the vibe of it could be. The stuff that they've shown already is actual in-game footage. And so I'll show you that at the end of this video, just to kind of give you an update on kind of everything we know, right? As of March 22nd, 2025, so we're in November right now. So as of March of this year, the lead director of PUBG, Taehoon Kim, said that PUBG 2.0, the Unreal Engine 5 transition, was his personal goal was 3 years from being completed. That would put it in line with the 10-year anniversary of PUBG. That would be like 2027, 2028. And then we've heard some other things in between. And then more recently, like a week ago, not even a week, like 2 days ago, while I was like making this video, my notes, I found a new update on the PUBG 2 release date. So during the most recent Krafton's earnings call, which I haven't made a video on, by the way, so I just watched that kind of offline and I'm adding that into here. The Krafton's earning call is not just for PUBG. It's where Krafton talks, like an hour or 2 hour long interview, where they basically just say, here's how our year has been. Here's how our quarter has been in terms of finances, money, revenue, profit, all that stuff. They talk about all kinds of stuff. They talk about PUBG, they talk about Subnautica 2, they talk about Palworld Mobile, which Krafton has bought, Subnautica and Palworld Mobile, and all the other things that they're doing with PUBG. Updates for the game, collaborations for the game. The whole point of an earnings call is to let people who have owned stock in the company know, hey, we're doing well. This is what we think is going to continue to do well. And then they take questions from the shareholders and they answer, some of the questions. So I watched that whole thing the other day and got some details and tidbits from it. From that earnings call, it was stated that PUBG 2.0, which is again UE5, was slated for 2026. I think that was a bit of a translation error, because it was also said in the same breath of them talking about hold on, I gotta take this call, guys. One sec. All right, sorry guys. Where was I? Oh yeah. So in that earnings call where they stated PUBG 2.0 Unreal Engine 5, I think they were also talking about well-made modes, and the well-made modes is what PUBG is making, like user-generated content would be one. So UGC, remember that alpha playtest? So that's a big update for PUBG. That they're thinking is gonna, gain some traction for the game, gain some new users and all that kind of stuff. They were also talking about the Payday game mode that's coming out for PUBG next year in 2026. Payday is an actual game. It's like a heist game, like a cops versus robber kind of game. That company, Payday, is collaborating with PUBG to make a whole new mode in PUBG. So it's called the Payday mode. I think that's what the earnings call was talking about for 2026, and not PUBG 2.0 Unreal Engine 5. And I'll show you that clip from where I got that from. Also, just like a little side note, PUBG is extremely aware and focused on not changing the PUBG feel of the game in terms of like gunplays and mechanics, while still giving like an updated modern fidelity and feel. So that's something that the directors themselves have said, like, look, we're extremely aware. We can't just make a new game and call it PUBG and not play like PUBG. So they said they will release it to partners first for testing, then to the casual player base. So they're talking about PUBG 2. I have not been contacted. If to my knowledge, no other PUBG partner has been contacted about PUBG 2 or UE5. Even though if they did, I guess technically they'd be NDA, so they probably wouldn't be able to say anything. But to my knowledge, they are not there yet where they're ready for even partners to close test the game. So like I was just saying a minute ago, I think the speculation has been proven incorrect that PUBG 2.0 is going for Unreal. PUBG 2.0 rather is for 2026. And let me show you that that snippet here. So I have all my sources where I got this stuff from, and I'll share these with you guys. So if y'all want to go, pull them up and go check them, or whatever, you can feel free to do that. So let me get this one here. Once that loads up, Q&A. Wait, which one was it here? Is that the Craftons call? Q1. That's a Q1 2025. Hold on. 8th anniversary dev Q&A. Here it is. This one right here. Okay, so this right here is the Craftons earnings call most recently. And let me go right here. Okay, take a listen. So at 13:33 here, and then again at 55:40. Okay, play.
GIP franchise. PUBG PC console continues to grow on the back of solid traffic, while preparation for service transition to PUBG 2.0 is ongoing based on research and development.
So again, this is them talking specifically PUBG 2.0, and under the umbrella of PUBG 2.0, Unreal Engine 5, well-made modes, which is like Payday, and then UGC, user-generated content. You see down here 3 different PUBG games being developed. I'll talk on those later.
The ongoing IP collaborations extend compelling culture experiences that go far beyond gaming. And in Q4, we plan to share multiple collaboration content within the franchise to drive synergy, including Porsche collaboration.
So, which we just had. The Skibbity Toilet, which my head's blocking, we just had. The fashion brand collaboration is going to be, I believe, a Balenciaga collaboration coming later this year. That's the other big franchise collaboration they want to do with PUBG this year. And then, if I fast forward to, let's say, 5540, I think it was in my notes, 5540. Listen to this. This is an answer to a shareholder's question.
More on 2027, but moving on to talking about 2026, next year, we have huge IPs to be launched into the market, including Subnautica 2 and Pal World Mobile. And also in regards to PUBG 2.0, the key element would be on top of the core Battle Royale experience, well-made game modes will also be made available to users. And the timing at which these modes will be open to players is going to be 2026. So not just 2027, but we also have high expectations for next year, 2026. And we would like...
So that's where I think the discrepancy comes from, because she's talking about, like, she's saying PUBG 2.0, but then she goes to say well-made modes. What they're talking about is the Payday game mode coming. So, whoops, I'll get back to that. So I do think that PUBG 2.0, aka UE5, is not coming next year. It's possible that it's available for alpha testing next year, like closed alpha testing or something like that, but not released to the public. Then 2 days ago, when I was doing research for this video and making all my notes, I saw a new tweet from Sweet Muji, who is one of the people I get a lot of my leaks and all that information when they post it on Twitter, right? Let me see where it's at. Kind of getting buried here. Hold on. Hang tight. Here we go. So Muji tweeted this November 15th. PUBG Unreal Engine 5 won't arrive for the next 1.5 years. At the earliest we can expect is Q2 2027 or Q3 2027. The build is game ready, so that means they can actually play in it and build in it, but they are currently rebuilding all of the maps from scratch. And this is from Sang-Kyun Kim, one of the OG PUBG developers who's the current lead on the PUBG 2.0 transition. So this is Sang-Kyun Kim. And I asked, I was like, hey, wait a minute. This is actually some information different from what I found. Where's your source? And he says, we had a live dev meeting Q&A session at the game show this past weekend in Korea. And then I got the link to that article, and sure enough, in here, one of the questions was, what's the current status for Unreal Engine 5 development? And he says, this game's transition to Unreal Engine 5 has been under development for over a year. It looks like we'll need at least another year and a half. If you think about it, we have a lot of maps in Battlegrounds. We have to remake all of them. That's why it's taking more time. Fans don't want the same game in Unreal Engine 5. They want something better than what we have now. Figuring out how to satisfy that expectation while determining our direction. Then the director, Taehoon Kim, says internally there are many variables at play. Both user and developer expectations are so diverse, therefore it takes time. We understand the user's expectations are rising, so we're putting in our utmost effort in development. Please wait a little bit longer. So that's why I think, that's more official than the earnings call, because the earnings call, again, is all about just kind of drumming up hype and money, for crafting, right? That is one of the lead developers of the upgrade saying, hey, look, this is where it's currently at. We're going to need more time. And that does line up with what Taehoon Kim said in 2025, whenever I asked him that, 3 years out. So like that lines up with it basically be like a PUBG 10-year anniversary. Now, having said that, I think it's absolutely ludicrous that they are remaking every map in PUBG. I honestly don't understand why they're choosing to go that route. What's really interesting, ironic, is that if you go to their patch notes, where's the map announcements? Where the heck is the, hold on, every couple of weeks they post a map rotation selection map service report, and in said map service report they literally have a scale, a graph of what maps are preferred by which region. And so this is as of 38.2. So this is like most recent. And then there's different regions. So you have Asia, SEA. Move this over a little bit. You guys can see it better. So you have Asia, SEA, North America, blah, blah, blah. So all the regions are here. And it shows what maps are preferred by which regions. To me, it's pretty clear like what the top kind of 3 maps are, right? You have Taego, you have Erangel, and then I guess it could be split. Sanhok is really preferred in Asia and SEA, and then Kakao. Kakao is like the Steam launcher of Asia. So, it looks to me pretty clear. If you had to make a 1, 2, 3, it would be Erangel, Taego, Sanhok, maybe Erangel, Taego, Sanhok, and then what? Miramar. I guess Vikindi's kind of a top 3, top 4. But it's silly to me to think that they would spend time remaking all 10 PUBG maps instead of focusing on, the top 3 or something like that. It doesn't make any sense that they would put all that dev time into maps that have a 6% play ratio. To me that seems like a waste of development resources, especially knowing that they have data that would show them otherwise, right? They have data that would say, hey, look, it's actually probably not worth it to do those other maps. So maybe we focus our resources elsewhere. So that's the TLDR of where PUBG 2.0 is, where the Unreal Engine 5 update is. Let me show you the latest visuals that we have, if you've never seen it, what you can actually expect the game to look like too, before I go over more of my notes. So after we go over that, I'll cover what's up with skins, how much money is PUBG making, and then what's coming in the future for patch 39.1, and what are the other game collaborations looking like. So let's go take a look at those real quick. Let's go to this one. All right, so here are all of the images that I could find of PUBG 2.0 on the Unreal Engine 5 experience. Again, this is in-game videos and or photos. Some of these were like little short 3-second videos. I just took a screenshot of it. But this is what PUBG 2 will look like on the Unreal Engine 5. Obviously, it may be tweaked a bit from here, but this will give you the general gist of it. So here is Erangel. And you can see on the Unreal Engine 5, everything is like super high fidelity, very photorealistic looking almost, you know. This is at the ferry pier, and you can see it's a bit changed in terms of the layout of the buildings and whatnot, which is, you know, to be expected. Here's another side shot image of the ferry pier. And in the little video they had playing, you can actually see, you know, the water moving and the trees blowing in the wind, that kind of stuff. And it looks really, really, really good. As it should, though. Like, you'd expect it to look really good in Unreal Engine 5. And here is a more recent photo they posted, and you can see this is all very early in development. Like, look, it's on a dev table tools. So this is just showing, hey, what the building could look like. This isn't taken, like, this particular image isn't taken from in-game. This is just an asset that they placed, and like, look, this is how good it could look. Here is an interior image. This actually it looks like in the actual world, because there's a bunch of other buildings around. And what they're really showcasing here is, you know, shadows and lighting and like just all those kind of details that Unreal Engine 5 is going to allow for them to dive into. And of course, if you're on a high-end system, it's going to look better. If you're on a low-end system, you know, you can have it on super low settings, but it is going to look, I mean, really, really, really good. I don't think I've personally seen a game on Unreal Engine 5 not look good. So you expect the visuals to be great for sure. And here's Erangel, you know, kind of out in the, I guess this would be the main road. There's the bridge. What is that? The hills kind of on the southwest maybe of the island. It looks great. Looks really, really great. And here's some more interior images. So bottom right, you have school. This is the auditorium in school. This is one of the secret bunker rooms right here. This is one of the cafes. This is one of the little small single door shacks that you can go into. This is one of the warehouses. And this is, I don't know, just some other kind of generic house. But if this is what the game's going to look like, that's awesome. It's going to look really, really good. And another image here. And again, you can tell just the fidelity of Unreal Engine 5 is going to be absolutely insane. Like, I mean, even down to like the freaking rocks and little debris on the ground stuff. It's going to be really, really cool looking. So that is, again, that is where PUBG 2.0 is. I would not expect to see public release until 2027 at the earliest. I would expect a closed alpha test. In other words, PUBG partners or, you know, a select few individuals be able to see it and play it before then, but not since then. Or not before then, rather. Now, one of the big questions that the community had is what will happen to the skins for PUBG 2 when it does the transition. This was confirmed via Taehoon Kim. I asked him this personally, and then this was also confirmed in the PUBG AMA Reddit. So PUBG would host occasionally these Ask Me Anythings where the developers would respond to community questions. One of the questions was, hey, what's going to happen to the skins? They said that all of the current skins will remain, can't spell, all of the current skins will remain available after the transition. New skins basically may look more fancy with Unreal Engine 5 though. So like all the progressive skins and whatnot, they're all going to transfer. But on the new engine, they might look a little bit different because they may take advantage of newer feature sets with Unreal Engine 5, like different lighting and maybe like reflections, or I don't know, like sparks, VFX kind of thing. You can kind of imagine how it could look a bit more fancy just based off of those images. You know, you comparing that to the old PUBG. So this is as of 2024. Could their answer have changed from 2024 to launch of like 2027? Yeah, sure. But I don't think it's going to. I think if they say already skins are going to transfer, then skins are going to transfer. The thing that I was curious about for skins is that other games who have done this type of transition from Unreal Engine 4 to 5 or major engine upgrades, they usually don't transfer the skins. They would remake all or most of the skins, and then they would refund the players their in-game currency for the skins that did not transfer. I was expecting PUBG to do that, but according to them, the skins are going to transfer and still be available, you know, in your new account when the new game launches. So a couple of other small notes that I wanted to make before going on to the future of PUBG is how much money is Krafton or PUBG making? So there's a lot of complaints about resources and where the money's going, and like they can't do better with anti-cheat and all that stuff, right? Well, in that earnings call, PUBG PC, specifically PC, right? So there's PUBG console, PUBG mobile, and PUBG PC. PUBG PC achieved its highest ever quarterly sales as of November 2025 with 243 million in revenue in 2025, which is up 29% year over year. Now, revenue is not profit. If you don't know what the difference is, do a quick Google search. But, you know, revenue is how much the company makes overall. Then they have to pay all their expenses, and then profit is what they actually make at the end of it. That's just for the quarter. $243 million in the third quarter of 2025, 29% higher than the same quarter of last year. That's significant. Console only generated 6.8 million in 2025, which is down 13.8% year over year. So they just did a big console transition this year, right? The whole next gen transition, get rid of the 13-year-old consoles. Let's start bringing the console version of PUBG up to, you know, current specs, so to speak. They just did that. So technically that happened after this report was available, right? But as of this report, console only generated, call it 7 million, compared to PC 243 million. So you can see there's a large discrepancy, or disparity, I should say, between the two versions of PUBG. So I hate to, you know, keep it cut and dry, but when people say PUBG doesn't care about console, it's not they don't care about console. It's that they're probably allocating resources based on how much money they make on the thing. If they make 243 million on PC and 6.8 million on console, and the console lost 14% of revenue compared to last year, and PC has earned 30% more. I mean, you don't have to be a mathematician to understand where they're going to put more of their resources in. PUBG Mobile brought in 336 million in 2025. It's up 15% year over year. So mobile is way bigger than PC. Way bigger than PC. An extra 100 million in a quarter. And it also grew 15% over last year. Now, Krafton, so this is the big company, right? The umbrella company. Krafton's total profit, not just for PUBG, so this is for everything they do, PUBG Mobile and anything else they're working on, for a third quarter was 254 million. So how much money they profited after paying all their expenses? 254 million in just the quarter, which, get this, is up 204% over last year. So they grew, compared to last quarter of last year, 204% in profit, in take-home money. So they got money. They got plenty of it. In 2026, so what they were talking about in the earnings call, outside of PUBG 2.0, which is, like we just discussed, not coming out likely until 2027, they are also planning to launch Subnautica 2, Palworld Mobile, which I actually think will be pretty interesting because Palworld on PC runs really well. And to have a mobile version basically means you get next gen, Pokemon on your phone, which I think is really, really cool. So that's going to be launching next year with Subnautica 2. And then the Payday game mode is coming out in 2026. And I think the Payday game mode will probably only be a, 1 month type of mode. Like, it's a limited time arcade mode. But I think that actually could be pretty cool because the Payday is going to be like a cops and robber, heist kind of attack defend thing. And I think that could work really well for PUBG. So I'm looking forward to that particular game mode. All right, so that is, again, a TLDR of PUBG 2, Unreal Engine 5, everything I know, all the sources, where I got it from, so you guys know I'm not just, making shit up. This is where I got the information from, multiple sources, multiple times confirmed. And I think this is legitimately the most factual info we have on the game right now. Now, moving forward, what's coming in the future? Well, for PUBG PC, the next patch is going to be update 39.1, which should be slated for December 3rd for PC. And I think that would make it December 11th for console. They just did the Skibbity Toilet collab. They just did the Porsche collab. I believe later this month, they will be announcing the Balenciaga clothing collaboration. They just released an announcement trailer for that for PUBG Mobile. So I'll show you that here. 1 second. And if you did not know, PUBG Mobile and PUBG PC have started to share a lot of the same updates. So if you see something happen on PUBG Mobile, it's a very good possibility some form of it could be coming to PUBG PC as well. And so I'm not saying these exact skins are coming for PC, but this is what they just announced for PUBG Mobile. And they did a very similar thing with Porsche, where a lot of the same collaborations were available on both platforms. So I would expect us to see this collaboration announced soon for PC. And it probably will come out later this year. And so you can see just some of the skins, styling of it. Pretty crazy looking shit. Definitely looks like mobile. So yeah, so this is the, like I said, the mobile announcement. But I expect it to come out for PC as well. And they'll probably do a separate, trailer, hype trailer or something like that for it. So I think that's coming soon. The new Payday mode, which is co-developed with Starbreeze Entertainment. is coming out in the first half of 2026. Like I just explained, it's kind of like a heist mode, cops and robbers. The destructible terrain on Erangel is going to be coming. Destructible gas tanks are going to be coming. Like the fuel stations, you can shoot a fuel station and blows up. Smoke bombs, which are those smoke canisters that you can shoot that are already on like Miramar and Rondo and Tego. The snowy Erangel map update is going to be coming as well. I've already made a couple of videos on that, but they're going to be having I don't know if it's the whole version of the map with snow or sparsely sparsely added snow effects, but they just made this trailer on the 18th, this little teaser, and it basically shows Erangel's bridge with a satellite and snow falling on it. And so that's the whole idea, is that they have these like weather controlling satellites. They're malfunctioning. They're crashing all over Erangel, and it's basically making it snowfall. So it should be kind of all throughout the map, but I don't know if it's going to be like the entire map. I don't know. That's coming this year. The PUBG Ally bot mode is going to be coming arcade mode only, duos only, and that'll be Q1 2026. So early next year, you'll be able to co-op gameplay with a bot to loot and share items. It'll communicate with you via Korean, English, or Mandarin. It will be on NVIDIA GPUs only, although they say they plan to expand support to the other GPUs. I don't know if this means that it's going to be higher GPU usage. I would assume so, but we don't know those details yet. I already made a video covering what that will look like, how that gameplay will look. If you want to go check it out, go do that. That link will all be in the bottom below. For balances, PUBG will continue to do weapon balances every 2 months. So they've been doing that for the past year. Every 2 months that you get a new weapon balance. They will continue to improve less popular weapons, similar to what they did to SMGs. So that was part of the big push of SMGs. It's a less popular weapon class. That's why they did the big buff to it. Also, they wanted to make an easy to use weapon for new players, specifically the MP5K. Like the developers themselves literally said, that's why we made the MP5K the way it is. We wanted it to be a good gun for new rookie players. Confirmed, there is no DMR buff incoming. So they are not going to revert the DMR nerf. They said that DMR still hold the majority usage in squads and competitive gameplay. However, a new DMR was teased in a future update. No explanation given. Again, that's from an article, from a quote from one of the developers. They said if you're patient, if you wait a little bit longer, a new DMR might be coming. That is in addition to a new heavy weapon coming, which that new heavy weapon is supposed to be coming end of this year. So I don't think those are two similar things. I think it would be odd if they announced a new DMR as a heavy weapon. That doesn't make sense to me. They originally announced in the 2025 roadmap that a new heavy weapon was coming with no more details. So I think it would be odd if those were the same weapons, because you'd think heavy weapon is a sniper or an LMG or some kind of launcher or something like that, so we'll see. This was new, and I didn't really understand this at first. They are planning annual weapon meta changes. So every year we can expect a quote unquote meta change kind of being pushed by the developer team. This year it was the SMG meta. We don't know what the next year meta push is going to be, but that was something they specifically said is annual weapon meta changes. A new contender skin should be coming next year. They just had the new rock skin. All right, I think that's all the PUBG PC specific stuff. Moving on to PUBG Black Budget. That is their extraction shooter. Closed beta tests have already been played by a select few people. I know a few of them who've played it. I have not played it myself. I did not get invited to play it before. They did officially announce the next closed testing, which I got an email for yesterday. It's not NDA'd, so I can discuss it. I'm not the only one who's got the email, by the way, but I of course told them I'm interested. I want to partake in it. It will be for EMEA and Americas region. It'll be in early December, like December 14th, I think it is. And I will have 30 spare codes to give out to viewers or other content creators who want to try the game out. I will be able to stream the gameplay and record footage, and they're going to have Twitch drops on the game as well. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. You're going to see a lot of people playing it. There's going to be a lot of hype around it because this is PUBG's crack at an extraction shooter, and it could be big. It could be, it could be bad. I don't know. I literally have not seen any gameplay. Just I've seen the leaks and stuff that I've covered with you guys in previous videos. But it could be something awesome. We'll see. So that's going to be early December when that gameplay will be made available to everybody. We can stream it and make content around it and all that stuff. It's a very limited though. It's like a 3-day window. If you haven't seen anything from Project Black Budget, here's everything that I've seen in the leaks and stuff. You can take a look. So this is just some concept, imagery that PUBG released. First of all, this is another concept art imagery. More concept art, underground, heavy foliage. There's supposedly some creatures with the AI. Here's one of the creatures, kind of like a zombie type thing. This is a HUD element. Again, this is all taken from a very early access kind of thing. So all this is subject to change. Here's, I guess, the extraction portal. All the guns, utility, drone, melee, axe, primary, secondary, player, health, stamina, vitals, etc. They'll potentially have some, animals and creatures and whatnot in it to kill. Map from it. An in-game picture, kind of Sandhawk-esque, if you will. I think that's all I had on that. Yeah, and that was all. It just leaks posted on Twitter and stuff like that from a long time ago. So that's everything you just saw is like an early portion of the build. It may be nothing now. I really don't know. Okay, what else? Project Valor. So that is if I go here, it's blind spot. Do I have here? Project Valor right here is PUBG's console only battle royale type shooter. I don't believe it'll be made for PC or mobile. I think it is specifically for console. So think aim assist. It is going to be a bit more. It's not like Call of Duty, but it's like, it's going to be more arcadey than PUBG, but still more PUBG than Warzone. But it'll be a twist on the battle royale franchise that you kind of already know. That's kind of all I can say about that. So that's going to be coming out. We don't know when. It's still TBA'd, still in early development. What we do know is that it was made from the PUBG Madison team. That is the American Crafton team who made the map Destin. So that team was redirected, and now they're doing that. Project Valor, which is a code name, so it's like an early name. That's going to be again a console battle royale. Then last but not least is PUBG Blind Spot. It's a top-down Rainbow Six Siege type of shooter for PC. I've played it. a couple of times. You know, they invited us to do like a play test. We even streamed it with Hallie, Danuk. If you want to see the gameplay of that, I have a link here. For me, this really isn't a game for me. I think it'd probably work better on mobile, personally. But if you're interested and you want to see, we did like a 7-hour stream. Me, Danuk, Hallie, and Ista. Oh, and Wacky. How could I forget? That's my M5. Yeah, so we have a bunch of gameplay if you want to go see how that is. Again, it's a top-down shooter. It's like Rainbow Six Siege. It's an attack defend type of thing. You can blow up walls and doors, and there's different abilities and classes and all that kind of stuff. It's a very in-depth and like well-developed game, but for me on PC, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's not really my thing. I think that is. I think that game's officially out now, right? Because they even had a play version of it available at TwitchCon when PUBG sent me out there. There was like a few computers set up to play it. So yeah, okay. That's all the news I got for you guys. Let me know questions, thoughts, comments down below. Obviously, if you're here live in chat, ask me anything you want to ask now. I'll go through and see if I can answer anything now. If you're watching this later on YouTube, drop a comment down below with what you're interested about, what you want to know more about, and I will go and see if I can validate it or verify it for you. I will put all these links and my sources and all this stuff in the description of the video when I do post it to YouTube. So if you want to go back behind me and check it or read through more of the stuff or watch the full videos or whatever, that'll all be in there. But yeah, I thought it's important for us to go over this as we, like I said, get closer to 2026, especially just to kind of align everyone's, you know, expectations on like, hey, when's PUBG 2 coming out? We just had the console update. Like, does that say anything? So I think the TLDR is PUBG 2 is not going to be here for another year, maybe more, probably closer to 2 years. We'll probably have some early gameplay of it, you know, within the next year and a half. PUBG Black Budget is probably going to come out pretty soon. If they're ready to do closed beta tests and allow streamers to stream it and make content from it, I think that means that game's really close to kind of being ready. Like probably within the next 6 months or so. I would not be surprised if that game came out. 2026 is going to be a weird year for game development releases. Obviously, as you guys know, GTA 6 supposedly is coming out next year. You know, Rockstar just announced today, November 19th is like the official new release date. I believe that's what they said, right? Or did I make that up? I thought I saw a tweet today. It said like, I might have just made that up. Did I make that up? I don't think so. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I made it up. I thought I saw today like an official tweet was like, hey, it's coming out in November of 2026. But I guess it could be delayed. I don't know, whatever. But the whole thing is, if that game's coming out in November, no other game company wants to yeah, Project Arc was its old name. No other game wants to be released around that time, right? They just don't want to do it. Halo, the Combat Evolved remake, they're going to call it Campaign Evolved, is supposed to come out in November because that's the 25 year anniversary of Halo Combat Evolved. Project Black Budget, if it's going to come out, you want it to come out sooner than that, right? Like probably sometime around the summer or spring of 2026. You also got to compete with other games like Arc Raiders that just came out and is doing exceptionally well as an extraction shooter. So I think it'll be interesting to see where some of these games land, when some of the playtests are available and that sort of stuff. All right. Let me get caught up with some of y'all's comments. And like I said, see what I can answer for you. Yeah, so the game name before Blind Spot was Project Arc. Yeah, I believe that was a code name for it. I wonder if any of the water will be frozen in Erangel. Yeah, I don't know. From what we've seen, it looked like there was water in the background of that bridge video. It didn't look like frozen ice, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe some of it was frozen, some wasn't, because the bridge was somewhat destroyed, but not like fully destroyed, And so I doubt they would want to, like right here, you can see the water actually flowing in the background. So, but down here, there's like ice, like under the bridge. So I think they'll have like some ice and some not, but the bridge is like partly destroyed, but not fully. So you can still cross it, so I don't think they wouldn't want to funnel people to a specific location necessarily. How much do I bench? I don't ever like max anything anymore. The most I've ever benched ever is 215. I probably couldn't do 215 right now if I tried though. Will we get a Cdome skin? Great question. I don't know. If you guys want to see a Cdome skin in PUBG, the best way to do that, honestly, is to use creator code Cdome. Link your accounts to my code, even if you don't buy anything in the store. Just showing PUBG that you are willing to support me, I think would probably be the best look for that. So if you are interested and you do want to support me, go enter creator code Cdome in that link down below. If you used to support me in the past, you aren't linked anymore to any creator. They reset everyone's creator code in October, and you have to re-enter a code every 180 days. So if you want to show PUBG, hey, you like Cdome and you would support me, that's the best way to do it. Why do you suck so bad in PUBG? Because you're playing upside down with a keyboard turned backwards. You got to flip it the other way and flip back over where the keys are on the top, and your left hand is going to be by WASD, and then your right hand is going to be on your mouse. Try switching that. Console needs 120 hertz on PUBG. Can I say something? And this might be a hot take. That doesn't matter. That would be nice. That really doesn't matter, right? The little console right there, that day one edition Xbox One from 2013. I played PUBG on that thing starting way back in the day. Nowadays, with the most recent update, if you have the Xbox Series X or the PS5 Pro, you can do 4K 60. That's really good. 4K 60 is really good. Now, should they allow 1440p 120 hertz? Yeah, 100%. They should allow. But to me, 4K 60 is still really good. And yeah, I don't think if they just magically enabled 120 hertz, if people would be like, this is game changing. I don't think that would do much, to be honest. Yeah, you got to stay committed to it. If you swap from Xbox to PC, it's gonna take a while. Yeah, they just got rid of the mouse and keyboard bug, so you can no longer just plug a mouse and keyboard directly into your Xbox or PlayStation. They did recently, like 2 months ago, announce that they are banning Cronus users, like the the mouse and keyboard plug-in adapter kind of thing. They are able to detect some of that. So I don't know how good it's going, PUBG 2, is there one chance to revamp the hype of the PUBG franchise? Yeah, I think it's a common misconception. PUBG is still hyped. It's one of the top played games in Steam, and obviously that's very heavily carried in Asia. But I still think PUBG is like way more popular than people want to give it credit for. It's just in the West, we have moved on to other games. Will PUBG 2 bring a lot of those people back? Yeah, I do think so, especially if it's done right. But PUBG is still an incredibly popular game. I don't know. I don't think they would do anything like that, like a damage over time for the winter mode. I'd hope not. Yes, you have to now re-enter a creator code every 180 days. That's correct. Yo, Cupid, thank you so much, man. She just turned 3 months today, or yesterday. Thank you. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. I don't like you, but I still use your code. Heard that. Thank you. Yes, it's still one of the top played games on Steam. And then, you know, for the Asia game launcher, Kakao, it's the top one, you know, but also there aren't really any other competitors in Asia for battle royales. Like, you can't play Warzone there, you can't play Fortnite out there, like it's all banned. So that's one of the reasons why it's still so popular over there. My opinion on Bob shifting on PUBG, look, I want my friends to do whatever's going to make them most happy, you know? If he says he's happier playing another game, then yeah, go for it, dude. I told him that since day one. And it seems like he's having a lot of fun on Arc Raiders right now and some Battlefield, so hell yeah. Take a nice little break from PUBG. You know, maybe they come out with a new update and he wants to come check it out and gets involved again, but I mean, dude, he played the game every day, 10 years or 10 hours a day for like 7 years, so you can't blame people for moving on. I see two mistakes with PUBG Black Budget. Number one, including PUBG in the game title, and number two, the release of Arc Raiders will affect it. Well, they can't control number two, right? How's that a mistake? Like, that's just another game making an extraction shooter. And then number one, I think that's what they need to do. Like, Crafton wants to utilize the PUBG IP franchise as much as possible. Now, while I do agree you want to be careful and not water that down and make like a fantasy shooter and call it PUBG, I think with this approach, this kind of grounded looking extraction shooter, I think that makes sense to have it in the PUBG franchise. I think it fits. And if from all what I've heard is that the game plays like PUBG, like it's got PUBG gameplay mechanics. And so to me, that makes perfect sense to call it PUBG, whatever they want to call it, you know? A new bolt action rifle, what would you think? Yo, Cupid, thanks, man. Appreciate the shout out. BF6 is shit. It's basically COD. Well, okay. That's I disagree. Okay. What's up, Juan? How you doing, buddy? Yo, thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back, man. Yeah, Jordan, we just covered it all. What's up, Killjoy? How you doing? Yeah, no, I would agree with that. If you were to say Battlefield 6 straight away from the Battlefield like hardcore experience, I would agree with that. It's still a fun game though. But I think that Battlefield doesn't have too much to do to get back to that. Like the actual core Battlefield gameplay loop, I think is still there. Like the scalability of it, I mean, the vehicle selection, the class selection, the weapon sandbox. Like I think all that is very, very Battlefield-esque. And if they just made the maps 30% bigger, you know, I think that would go a long way as to appeasing to people who want that, like, that big, big Battlefield experience. The desync is a problem in Battlefield, which they have been, if you've been paying attention to their updates, have been addressing. Audio is definitely a problem. Yep. Agreed. I don't know, man. The TTK, I think that's just, I mean, I think it's a skill issue, number one. Number two, I think the game is designed and balanced around time to kill with some of the higher tier weapons. So it's just like Warzone. Like, you know, you were a Warzone whore for years. In that game, if you didn't have like your meta build, you were going to get beamed and deleted. But if you had like your gold gun or whatever, you could actually beam people and like kill them pretty damn quickly. I think Battlefield is pretty similar to that. Yeah, I agree. Not being able to disable crossplay on PC is a loss. They should allow you to say, if you plug a controller in, you have to play against other controller players. If you have a mouse and keyboard, you can play against other mouse and keyboarders. I would prefer that, because that is annoying when you're getting aim assisted and you know, dying at mid-range gunfights where like you're struggling with recoil and bloom and, you know, trying to navigate that, and someone with the controller can just like hold left trigger and get all that assist points with him. So like, like that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is I don't think Battlefield is like far off from that experience though. Like the Battle of Midway experience, like they're how much would it take really for like if even in Portal they have the Portal mode, if they did that well enough, people could make a big Battlefield experience and you could put that in BF6 and I think it would feel great because the actual core mechanics of BF6 I think are good. Yo, what's up, Roar? Doing good, buddy. How about you? PUBG takes a long time to do new things, release games like Project Black Budget. By the time they do, 5 other games have already been released with a lot of hype. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know how long they've been working on it, to be honest. Yeah, well, I mean, they've already done, they as in Battlefield, have already made a few recent changes and updates, like to listen to the player base. And I think if they continue on that track, like that shows it's a good sign. The game's only been out for like a fucking month, you know? So I think that's a sign in the good direction of like, all right, we're trying to get Warzone players to come over, right? But we're also realizing that OG Battlefield fans want OG Battlefield experiences. Watching a web series named We Crash on Apple. It's funny you mentioned Apple TV. I don't have no idea what you're talking about. We Crash, but I watched episode 1 last night of what was it called? New series. Pluribus? That top left one. I'm not gonna click on it because I'll get DMCA or some shit, but watched episode 1 of that, and I'm not gonna lie, it shit threw me for a loop. I only watched 1 episode, but I'm already like, okay, I want to see where this goes, because the trailer for it was like pretty dumb. Like I was like, what's the point of this? But you mean the wife were just scrolling through trying to find something, and I was like, all right, let me just put it on C, and then like legit the first episode, I was like, wait, what's happening here? Like, it's good. I've never watched X-Files. Never have. Do you think PUBG as a whole listens to the player base as much as they should? So no, but only because like I'm looking at it from a lens of players, as in like our community of players, North American players. I think that they do make changes in an effort to appease some of our requests and complaints. But just like how I described earlier, PUBG console only generated 7 million in 2025, or that quarter or whatever. And then PUBG PC did 243 million. There's a big discrepancy there, or disparity, I should say again. Oh, I keep wanting to say discrepancy. Inside of that 243 million, I think less than 10% of that is for our region, for North America, like for the West. So in the same breath that I understand why Krafton wouldn't spend a bunch of resources on console, I also understand why they maybe wouldn't spend a lot of resources to appease the North American community with a much smaller player base. Yeah, I'm sure I'd love X-Files. Like I said, I never got into it. When will a 2x G coin be available? So they already did one this year. I don't have any info if they're going to be doing another one next week for Black Friday. They could, it's possible, but I have nothing to confirm that they would. My gut tells me that they are going to do a double G coin event in February of next year for the Chinese New Year. What's up, Shay Shay? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think one of the biggest complaints that I've seen in the community right now is the push for TPP esports. Like, no one that I talk to, no one that I read all the comments, says they enjoy TPP esports. And PUBG is like heavily pushing TPP esports. Now, if they were pushing it in addition to FPP esports, I think people would have a lot less of an issue. But it definitely seems like they are spending more money and resources into TPP when none of the pro players who play the game want to play TPP. Like, none of them. There's never been a time when, like, I've seen a pro player go, wow, this is a much better experience, you know? And I just don't know how that happens long term. Like, they said in actually, let me find it. Hold on. PUBG esports. Hold on, let me see. Here. PUBG Esports tweeted this out. Check it out. It says PUBG Players Masters Invitational is coming to Seoul. 16 teams, 6 regions, 3 days of top tier TPP action. Watch the pros play PUBG the way you do. This was a very specific sentence they put in there. What they're trying to say and convince people is that most of the players in PUBG play TPP, which is a fact. TPP is the more popular mode for a myriad of reasons. It's more casual, it's easier to watch, you can look at your character, it's easier to drive. There's a lot of reasons, right, why people play TPP. But competitively speaking, it is the worst experience when compared to FPP. FPP is just way better for the competitive experience for so many other reasons. And when you go to the comments, no one is saying that they're happy about TPP. No one. And so I don't know if we just live in an echo chamber where all of the people that I see on this, comment tweet are like, we're all in the same bubble together, or if we're actually giving, like a broad range of data points for PUBG. Because again, I think this is something that's just being heavily pushed because the players in Asia really like TPP, and they make up 80%, 85% of the player base. So that's why they're doing this big push. But like, everyone that I communicate with or see or whatever in the West is like, no, this is not competitive. Like, if you want to have some fun TPP tournaments, fine, whatever. Like, I just played in one last weekend, right? Sure, let's do it. But like, that was like a content creator / pro player mashup thing, right? You're talking about like, this is a LAN event, a major hosted event, 6 regions. Like, it's a big deal, So I just don't see how that goes long term. And if it does, I think it just drives away a lot of the long-standing esport players in the community. Now, whether or not those players would leave and quit PUBG, I don't know. That's not my place to say, but they definitely wouldn't be happy about it. Let me just say that. Ranked should be FPP only. Yeah, of course. I'm deaf. We need something to help us distinguish bullets' positions. Yo, Caspian, I actually might have something that could help you out a lot. I am currently reviewing a product called Audio Radar. You ever heard of it? So I got sent this product to review called Audio Radar. Those lights at the edge of the screen, those are light bars that you can attach to your monitor. They comes with a little controller. And basically, it was designed for hard of hearing or deaf players to play a myriad of games, not just PUBG, but it does specifically work with PUBG as well. And it's pretty accurate. I went to the PUBG Sound Lab and was able to take off my headphones. And you know when a bot shoots you, and it's like the thing is timing you and how quick you can like locate the bot and shoot the correct bot. I was doing it within like a 10% accuracy versus wearing actual headphones and hearing where the gunshots were. It was pretty damn good. It does have some tweaks and bugs that need to be worked out. I had a meeting with the creator last week to kind of just talk about some things and like a potential collab on it and stuff, but I've only used it for like a week and I can already say it's like a really cool product. So if you're interested, Audio Radar. Why don't they sell PUBG as a different game for Western people so they can cater to that? Project Valor. That's what we just discussed. That's a console only battle royale, which would be, the West. What's the difference between console and PC besides frame rate and prox chat? Oof, gosh. How much time do you have? It's a ton. Like, obviously you have controller versus mouse and keyboard. A console is nowhere near as powerful as a computer, right? So it's not going to have as many adjustments and variabilities and widescreen mode and all the same FOV and settings adjustments to kind of fine tune the visual aspect of it. In terms of gameplay, console does have less recoil than PC to accommodate for a controller with no aim assist. So it's like about 50% less. That's not an exact number, but the general consensus is if you play PUBG console, you play at approximately 50% less recoil than you would on PC with a mouse and keyboard. And that's just to compensate for the lack of aim assist and stuff, because there is no aim assist on PUBG. What else? General skill level, like the average skill level of a console player is definitely lower than the average skill level of a PC player, I'd say. And you're more likely to kind of be punished for your mistakes on console versus on PC, or vice versa, I should say. You're more likely to be punished on PC for your mistakes than on console. So there's quite a few things. No, they've never actually explained why they don't have proc chat on console, which they definitely should. Yeah, Bung, I agree. I think having a leaderboard, a general leaderboard, makes total sense. I don't know why PUBG ever got rid of that, to be honest, and why they have not brought it back yet. Like, the only reason I can think of is they want to funnel people to ranked mode. Because if you had a general leaderboard, maybe less people would go play ranked, maybe. Like, I don't know, but I don't think that matters. No, not too much longer. Actually, it started at 1 o'clock. I'll probably end it pretty soon. I mainly needed to go over all this news for everyone. And I plan to stream tonight, but my brother's going to need my help with this engine. I don't know how long it will take tonight. That's why I wanted to pop on earlier to go over everything in case I wasn't able to go live tonight to cover it all. So I don't know. I might play for like another hour or so. And then if I can get back on tonight, I'll get back on tonight. What is it or when is it? Yeah, AK with a compensator, you're good, man. Blown engine. Head gasket failure. And then a couple centimeter length size cylinder wall score. So got to get a new block, a new bottom end. Hope the game stays alive by 2027. Yeah, it will. Yeah. Are you planning on... I am. Yeah, I am. I just haven't had enough time to play Battlefield yet and to like really make guides and content on it. But I do want to do that. I have not tried Arc yet, no. Bosman telling me I need to get on that. I do see, like I watch him and other people play it. Like it does look fun. But I just don't know if I have the time. Not chapstick, here it is. I don't know. Another thing that kills me about Arc 2 is the TPP thing, man. Like, I'm sure I could get over it. It wouldn't, like, kill the game for me. But something about, like, potentially losing my gear and stuff, which is, you know, maybe it's not that hard to get the gear or whatever, but to, like, spend a lot of time to build up my character, go into a raid, and then just get TPP'd behind a wall and all my shit gets stolen. That to me, like, just the thought of that is a big turnoff. They talked about it in the past. I don't remember the exact quote, to be fair. I don't think they said that their plans for UE5 were to also include cross progression. I don't believe so. I think they should, but I don't believe that would be something they're doing. Party animals with the fam. Is that one of those like arcade games kind of thing? What's up, cats? Which game? We're talking about Arc Raiders, Pubg 2, and Black Budget. Yeah, I think that would be the biggest draw for me, to be honest, is the all chat in Arc Raiders. I think that is like the thing that kind of like, ooh, that really intrigues me. And you know, the pacing of that game I think is really nice too. Again, like not even I haven't even played it myself, but just from what I've seen, it seems like it's a very like it's a very easy game to stream. Because you can kind of do everything at your own pace, you know? You can go fast if you want. You can chill and talk to chat if you want. I think all that's really important in a game like that. So, you know, credit to that game for having that. No, I don't despise TPP. That's not true. I'm just not a fan of TPP in a PvP game. If it was PvE, like Helldivers, I think TPP is beautiful for that. Legend of Zelda, TPP is beautiful for that. Makes perfect sense. But, you know, in a game where I'm trying to competitively go against my enemy, having to worry about the TPP camera cheese, it just takes me out of the competitive experience. It just does. You know, like, maybe that's just because I'm a long time, like, Halo player or, you know, whatever. But, like, you know, just coming from raised on those games, that's what I think of when I think of, like, you know, an FPS. And so when the game is like, you know, hey, we got a new FPS, but it's third person, it's like, you know? Doesn't mean the game's bad or it's not fun. Yeah, exactly. Arc is, you just said it, PvP. Yeah, that's the key letter. Take that out and we're good. If it was PvE, like Helldivers, sick. I had a bunch of fun on Helldivers. Me and the boys would run around blowing up aliens and robots and all that stuff. Like, great fun. But if I had to worry about somebody sitting behind a mountain, wait for me to run past them and just third party kill me and take all my loot, that's not fun anymore, is it? Yeah, the M4 looks good. Sure. I don't dislike it. Not my favorite. I think my favorite's probably the Halloween M4. There's one thing I can change about PUBG. Oof. I think if there's one thing I can change, can I give you a top 3? Like, maybe, can I give you 3 in no particular order? I would allow for bullet kill trading. Okay, so me and you have a sniper rifle. We both shoot each other in the head. We both die. I think that should be a thing. I would allow for a improved revive system that actually makes sense in a team play game. So no more of this, you know, revive somebody. They might respawn back in 2 minutes. They might respawn 8,000 kilometers from you. Like, get rid of all that shit. Make it fluid, make it efficient, make it fun for the team. The last thing would be to slow the blue zone down, like the physical speed of it, slow it down, but significantly increase the damage of the blue zone to where, like, you can't sit in it, and decrease significantly the visibility in and out of it, so you can't get camped from inside or from outside of it. Those are like 3 things I'd love to see. Nice, James. Some good snipes. I killed a guy and took the bullet with aim punch for no damage. Yeah. Yeah, I just, to me, that's like, that's not right. Like, it doesn't make sense because you can kill trade with a grenade. You can kill trade with a melee weapon, you know? But the fact that you can't do it with a gun just seems silly to me. Especially when you're talking about, like, hitting some good snipes, you know? Like, you both got a bolty and you both got to hit that headshot. You both hit it, but one person's ping is a little bit lower, or, you know, he shot. You pussy. He shot a half a millisecond faster than you did, you know? Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, go ahead and heal. I don't know. I just think it'd be more fun if it was the other way. No, no word on canted sites returning. Whee. Oh. Oh no. I was gonna hit that. Okay. Oh, right over his noggin. I wish I had a freaking 8x. I really should practice the 4x more. I'm really bad with it. Wait, what the fuck? Those are bots. Okay. I was playing solos. Yeah, I don't know. I like a good 8 on a bolt. Like if I'm sniping, you know, 100, 200 meters, yeah, sure. I guess a 4 is not bad, but I like being able to zoom in on his pimples. You leaning wiggle boy bot piece of crud. Hell? Oh. Wow, I hit him. Pretty crazy. Use a 3x over a 4x? Oh, you better stop that. You better stop that. Stop the cap. Hasn't repeaked at all since shot him. Yeah, no, I mean that is what they do. Like the bullets basically don't do any damage after you die. I just don't agree with that. I think it's dumb. I think bullets should be bullets. You know? If you and I are having a sniper battle and you hit a crazy good shot and I also hit a crazy good shot, guess what? We both just hit crazy good shots. GG, we both die. I think that's how it should be. Makes sense to me. Well, what do I know? Just my opinion. Oh yeah, VSS is silly strong. And the VSS has always been good, but you know, the buff. Nice. Just don't like how they remove the candid from it. Like I feel like if they're gonna remove the candid, they should have made it like the Winchester. You can flip flop the sight. Wish they had an E pickup. End up there. It's a fun little spot to be. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Oh. Die! Holy mackerel. Yeah, I don't know if the zone should never stop moving. I do like a, you know, even if it's a 30-second breather, because, I mean, let's face it, sometimes you kill people, you're on the edge of the zone, you kind of want to loot them, right? Like, I think you need a little bit of time, but, you know, the fact that it would move slow enough to where you could always outrun it on foot, I think is the most important thing. That way, if you needed to hang around the edge for some reason, whether it be tactical or otherwise, you're not punished for not having a vehicle, you know? Because currently, it's like, if you don't have a vehicle and someone wants to hold you out of the edge of the zone, you're screwed. Because, like, the zone's going to eat you up, and then you can't take any damage, or you can't get away because you don't have a vehicle from the guy holding you out. So it's like, I don't know. I just always preferred the esports a bit more. PUBG Esports does it, I think, better. Their zone's slower. Oh, hello. Got the same idea as me. Oh, I missed. As it dragged me off, he can one-shot me. Gotta go for my tires, you little esportser. Come on. Rats. We had C4 too. Let me get my vehicle back now. Guy's eating it. Where's it going? No, what the frickin' bars. There's level 3, huh? Did I lose my Jeep? I did. You would have the chance to join a professional team as a full-time job. Oh, fuck no. Like, be like a pro PUBG player? No, no. Oh, definitely not. Gives me PTSD from the tournament. See his smoke from his Jeep. Gotta watch if he has C4. Yeah, that's what I like about Battlefield. I like how Battlefield is the fire zone works, you know? He saw me. Oh, he's running. Big time running. Okay. She probably shouldn't be in this window. It's pretty exposed. If he wants to peek me. From all these angles, you know? No, no. I mean, if your system's poo-poo, you might crash, but yeah, everything's been stable for me for a long while. Circle actually ends up there, too. Oh, I forgot to have a self AED. I guess technically I could have held that sniper shack a little bit longer. Because if I get knocked, probably could get a revive off. Did I miss that shot? Oh, he just got third partied. Unlucky. That dude was in the middle of the shits. He gets shot from this building? Probably, but I guess I gotta get up to the circle, otherwise I'll get held out here in a second if I'm not careful. What's up, Stuga? Alright, have a good one, buddy. What's up, gamer? Please what? I think someone's in these buildings. Oh. There's that little sumbitch. Oh, he hit the pan. Alright, so Gilly Boy's still up there. And saved his life. Should be a guy with a bolty. Coming up in these hills. Must have already come up these hills though. If I would have seen him by now, you know? These two guys are fighting. Pretty heavy up there. Just heard footsteps. Holy. Say, tell me he had level 3, huh? He did. Guy's a tank. Not in the best spot here. So 4 up. 2 up there. Okay, I think 2 up there, then. Trying to get intel right now. Got a folding shield. I mean, just MP5K, you know? Like he had a chance. Got this guy, like, he's like right behind these freaking rocks, huh? Got a folded shield right here. Got a P90 now, this guy. Running away again! Dude, that's the same guy shot in the back like 17 times. Now he's got a freaking P90. My worst nightmare. Wait, one just died of the zone. Wait. That guy died of the zone? I'm so confused. What? What? What is happening right now? Bro, club! Stop running! Wait, does the only W key work for you? The heck you going, club? God, dude. He fell off the cliff. Oh, did he die from the cliff? Scratch. $661 damage with that bolty. Yeah, I shot that guy like 17 times in the back. Let me see what happened to that last guy. What up, Grizz? Hey, dude, they made the MP5K for me and you. All the rookie players use the MP5. That's a fact. That's Pubg made the gun for that. This guy died of the zone. No troll, it's got to be a bot. No, not a bot. It might be a bot. Yeah, it's a bot. Yeah, okay, it's a bot. All right. Look, shooting at me through the trees. Classic bots. Shooting at everyone through the trees. Can't wait to have one of these on my team. Yeah, just... Alright. Oh! What's up, Wolverine? Yes, UE5 coming. Oh, in the next century. Dang, Uzi, huh? I think it's strong too. What's wrong, man? You never been to a North American FPP NA lobby? It's like 85% bots. Oh no, same. I've been playing since 2017. I use the MP5K all the time. Look, Pubg literally said they wanted a gun that was easier to use, so people could compete against high-level AUG players and barrel players. I mean, until they nerf it, I'm gonna use it. Play in Europe? Why would I play with 190 ping? Why on earth would I choose to do that? Alright, that's probably my last one here, chat. And I'll get some editing done. And then, depending on what happens tonight with the engine, I'll be back live again. If it ends up being a long session, then, you know, I won't be back on tonight. But if it's just an unload the engine and kind of put it on an engine stand thing, I'll be back. What's up, Void? How you doing? One of the best weapons for a squad wipe is the Bison. I mean, 50 rounds out of the freaking off the ground rather. No mag needed. No attachments really. Like, you could put a comp on, of course, but you don't really need to. Yep. Yeah, the ump is I would say it's a lower skill ceiling than the MP5, just because it is a slower shooting, less recoil gun. But it's also got higher damage per bullet, you know, so they both have that going for them. They both get limb damage multiplier, hipfire, and all that stuff. But, you know, it's funny because PUBG actually nerfed the hipfire accuracy like 50% recently. And they still dominate. God bless, die. I think like 3 times. It'd be funny if I hit him with that. That's what killed him. Oh yeah, Two Head, thanks for being here, buddy. Your lunch break's been good. Hello. Where'd the grenade come from, huh? Had to come from over here. Right? Right in this window, so maybe break the glass. Whoa. Somewhere over here. Stupid mountain bike. Good luck, Grizz. Alright. Cdome, your mic is off. No, your ears are off. Dum dum. Basically just huge damage reduction per certain range. Well, that's what they did with the nerf. They reduced damage at range. They increased the bullet spread, like the weapon deviation essentially at long range for extended sprays. They increased hipfire or decreased hipfire accuracy, especially while moving. So they've done a lot of things recently to nerf the SMGs. It's not enough. The fact that there's, you know, limb damage multiplier, little to no recoil on any of the SMGs is just not enough. The aim punch, you know, is another big thing. You get severe amounts of aim punch when you get shot with a 9mm, you know, gun. Doesn't make any sense. And I've said it for the longest time. I think fixing, quote unquote, fixing SMGs is pretty easy. It should kind of be like a non-issue, in my opinion. But Pubg doesn't see it that way. IDK. No, I have not seen that, Craft. Hello? Knock knock. Hello? Welcome to PUBG. Hey, that was a Dragunov guy. My boy Cleep. So dumb. So stupid. I mean, look, I don't make the game, I just play it. Just play it, guys. Been shot through some trees. Must be a bot. Well, he leans his head. The bot literally leans his head behind the tree so I can't headshot him. But then he can't shoot me because he's behind the tree. Bot's trying to calculate life preservation or killing the enemy. It doesn't know which to choose. I want to hide my head, but I also want to shoot him. That's another thing. Those RPGs, in my opinion, again, obviously, what do I know, right? Just play the game every freaking day. You need to make RPGs do way less damage to people to people who are just like, you know, on foot, and do more damage to vehicles. They did it the other way around. They nerfed damage to people in vehicles, which basically in turn just made RPGs useless and BRDM strong, because you really want one for like an anti-vehicle thing, you know? And then they did make a good change, I think, by not allowing the Panzer user to sprint or jump anymore. I think that's a good thing. The hell? Gotta be a bot, right? Yeah. Bring back being able to jump, but no. I think it's a good thing you can't do it. Like, they are, if they're going to be able to one-shot you like that, you can't be able to sprint with it and jump around a corner. Like, you can't do that. Also, I think an easy solution would just be to take them out of comp, though, you know? Oh, rats, you know? I love how the helmets fly off whenever you break a helmet now. That's a really cool change. I missed the blood splatter change they tried to do I guess it's been a couple years now. What the that thing free falling, yeah, huh? You know when they made that change where you could get blood splatter and it would splatter onto the objects behind the player. Like if you hit a headshot, you know, the blood would splatter on the wall and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool, but it apparently caused like a bunch of game crashing issues, so they had to get rid of it. And I don't think they ever tried to add it back. The Panzer does not one-shot a BRDM it can one-shot people in it, but you have to be very specific about what part of the panzer you hit, or BRDM you hit. Like if the person's in the driver's seat, you know, in the front of the BRDM, and you hit the back of the BRDM, you're not going to kill him. But if you hit the side of the BRDM where that player is sitting, then you'll kill him. Also, part of the problem is that I don't know, you know, which of these are bots and which of these are not. So you end up like just running at these players, thinking, oh, they're all bots. And then you eventually run into a real player and they dominate you because you're not paying attention. Kind of the problem. I mean, like the bot heavy mode. Yeah, the helmet pop off is so cool. Let me try. Let's go get that. Yeah, I feel like if it was a bot, it'd be shooting me right now. But also, I just stopped it right here. Oh, God bless. Scared the actual poop out of me. You talking about Hollywood boob? Oh, that's gonna keep going that way. How was that not a headshot? Can I get up here? Oh. Freaking little rats. Ooh, I thought that was a close headshot. How are you alive? Oh. Good grief. Where is this frickin' dude at? You guys a tank. Yes, it's obviously Dome. Dum. What kind of question is that? You think it's more, or you're saying it's easier to like turn on the enemy on PC, right? Okay. Yeah. I agree with you on that. Definitely is. But also is this him? No. Dude, where is this guy at? It's also easier just to kind of run away from long range shooters like that on console. It's close range, probably not, but yeah. Where's that loot drop at, huh? I feel like it was right here, but I'm not seeing it, so maybe I'm tripping. Maybe over this ridge. Pickup. Uh-oh. Is this a suicide mission now? Yep. I think it is if I keep going. Alright. Here you go. Your hands are freezing. It's pronounced Cdome. Or as I like to say, create a code Cdome. It's set. Go. I don't see any crates there. God, the Dragonoff is gonna... Is that him? That's a bolty. Where's the Dragonoff guy at? There's a guy like shooting me from the frickin' hill for an hour. The Draggy. He's just letting me run in for free now, which I thank him for that. Because I should be dead. But I'll take it. Oh my god, the circle ends literally in terminal where I started at. It's funny. Do I kill this guy? I do. Lucky for him, I do. SC4. Actually, I might just take his vehicle. I know I got that guy on the hill with the bolty. I don't know what he's doing. Got the mutant somewhere out there. The best car collab? Like, the best or the one I like the most? I think the one I like the most is the Lambo. I am! You guys already know. You know all my tricks. Alright, Ghost Ride the Whip. Wherever it lands, it lands. Oh shit, somebody was C4ing? Wherever it lands, it lands. Fuck! Oh. Might have made a big mistakey poo. Here we go, this guy. The fuck? You dead? Oh boy, clean. Who killed him? Something tells me I'm about to find out. So whoever just killed him, about to kill me. The hell? This guy's asleep on the job. Holy medkits, huh? Oh, the circle, dude. No. Oh, frick, man. Oh. Frick. Oh. Hmm. Whoops. Kind of wish I kept that C4 now. I think this would be a good building. Oh, it's not really in the next circle. How many hours do I have in PUBG? Over 8K. Oh shit. I'm not paying attention. Hold on. Relax. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't ready. Oh, it's a guy on the roof of his building. There's literally a guy on his roof and then him. That's freaking funny, dude. Okay. All right. I didn't know this is a sweaty game, but that's all right. We can do this. We can do this. Ooh, yeah. Come on, baby. Oh, almost pre-fired him right there. Almost got him with a little pre-fire. I wish I would have taken that smoke launcher, huh? I think I mistimed this. Maybe I'll be okay. It'll be close. Oh, I was like 0.2 seconds off. Oops. Yep, mistimed it. I should have just kept running. I think I actually survived if I just keep running. Like instead of trying to heal, like you get into the zone, then heal. I died like right here. I think I would have made it. Inty. Yeah, he was getting naded by the guy below him, or someone below him was naded him. Like, remember what I was saying earlier? Like, literally, like an hour earlier about what are the 3 things I would change? Look at that nade. In the zone was one of the 3 things. Like, not having the vehicle because he took the tires out, and then just dying because the zone goes way faster than you can run is very unfortunate. How many grenades does this guy have? You're dead. That guy had 1,000 grenades. Oh, he almost got jump scared by himself. That's funny. He like crept around that corner thinking the guy was there and then was like, no, maybe not. And then turned around. Oh shit, he's there. Who was asking about an Uzi earlier? Here you go. It's an Uzi versus an ace. The Uzi definitely has the upper hand, but this ace guy is level 500, so he's a gamer. The Uzi guy has to move to this guy. Black Budget is the PUBG extraction shooter. Oh, he's gonna get on the roof. I told you this boy's a gamer. I told you. Does the Uzi guy hear him? He should hear him. You should hear him. Should hear the ting, 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 ting. Don't let the blue zone kill you, buddy. You can do this. Shoot him in the back. Shoot him in the back! Oh, he almost had him, dude. He had the drop on him, too. He had the Uzi drop on him, too. Oh, Kixie. No, right here, too. I'm level 500. I'm just saying, if you're level 500, you're probably going to be a gamer. Yo, what's up, May? How you doing? You're much I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I just died at the blue zone. Yeah, these guys were literally on top of each other. I thought when I peeked the first time, I was like, wait, there's a guy in the window and the guy above him? What the hell's going on? Oh, and there's a guy below him. Damn, there were 3 stacked in this thing, dude. Holy crap, there were 3 stacked in that. Yeah, let me think. Do I make this? Yeah, I think my concern was I wanted to get to the cover before popping the firstie. Because obviously I didn't know like where the roof guy was going to peek or what, right? So like I probably should have stopped right here in this smoke. And then another heal. Now I would have been fine. I did this first aid and I should have stopped in my second smoke and done another first aid. Right there. Should have done another one and then I've been good. But because I wanted to get to that tree and then I started, I was like literally half a second too slow and zoop. Dead. Yeah, but these guys were legit 3 stacked. This guy's got the ace kind of maxed out, it looks like, huh? The chroma. But look at these grenades. I mean, this guy was, I told you this guy was gaming. Banking the grenades on the roof. He did that 3 times. Like, I didn't even know you could do that from this building. This guy was gaming. Tell you, man. What's up, Butch? What's up, Mickey? Yeah, I'm actually about to end it. Watch this. This guy could have survived, too, if he just went on this side of the roof or if he went prone. Like, I don't know why he just stayed where this guy was, you know, shooting the bangs on the window. A little silly. This guy's mistake was moving. Look, right here. This guy, JDM guy 32. He could have survived. He could have killed this guy, had the drop on him. A lot of people don't realize in PUBG is that you make noise anytime you do anything in PUBG. So, moving these little footsteps, you're making noise. Swapping weapons, making noise. Literally turning your character around can make noise if it jingles. But right here, if he just stood still and just held his angle, this guy didn't know about him until he started doing this. Once he moved right there, then he knew about him. And he almost forgot about him too. Like, you saw that he was like, well, I think there's someone. He's like, oh, maybe not. He goes over here. And he almost walked right into the gunfire. Yeah, the Uzi guy should have won, but it might be a new player or something, you know? I mean, because look, this guy's tactical packed up. Is this Rolly? He's tactical packed up with an Uzi. I wonder what was in his tac pack. Kind of cool to see, huh? Let's see. You can hear him vaulting right now. Like if this guy was paying attention, he could have heard him vaulting. He hears him on the roof. Like he knew where he was. I'm really surprised this guy didn't get the kill because he actually had the drop. Like he started shooting before. Oh, the boost at the last minute probably screwed him up. He freaked out. He freaked out. That boost, yeah, that was a silly boost. That was silly because if he had his gun out, he would have like for sure had the drop on that guy and could have had him. You know, assuming he didn't miss the shots or whatever. Back to do what? Have boost in it? Like I don't know. Oh, hey, get us, GG, buddy. Oh. How do you hear that well? Just turn your sound up. Kind of my best recommendation, you know? Turn it up. Yeah, PUBG's hard, man. It's like a very unforgiving game for sure, which is Part of the reason why it's still so unique, you know. All right, chat. That's gonna be it for me today. Well, I say today. That's it for right now. My plan is to boot back up the stream in about 6 hours or so. It's just gonna depend on how much help my brother needs getting this engine and stuff out. Yo, Cupid, thank you so much for the $2 donation on YouTube. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, buddy. So that's going to depend on how long he needs me. And then if I'm like there all night, then obviously I won't stream. But if I can be done pretty quick and get back home around like 8 or so, I'll boot back up the stream and we'll probably do some duos or squads tonight. If you missed the earlier part of the stream, obviously you can go forward in the VOD, but earlier we covered all the PUBG news about PUBG 2, Unreal Engine 5, Project Black Budget, what's coming for PUBG this month, what's coming next month, like just kind of the TLDR of what you need to know going into 2026. I'll edit that video down today, hopefully, and get that uploaded tomorrow for you guys, like with timestamps and all that kind of good stuff. So if you miss any of that, you can kind of catch everything in a concise way, or you can go in the VOD today if you want to go through that. That's about it for today. Today's Wednesday, so we don't expect the update to come out for the 2 weeks or so. So we got Tom. Yo, Mickey, thanks for the 21 months. Thank you so much, man. Yep, hold an angle for 5 minutes. No one comes at the very last minute you do something. It's always like that, right? Like you hold an angle, like, oh, guess no one's gonna come here. And then you turn around and all of a sudden, boom, someone's right there. Happens all the time. Happens all the freaking time. Yo, see you guys. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Wait, Wacky got engaged? What? Did he really? Hold on, dude. We need to go raid Wacky with a little congratulations. Let me see this. Am I getting trolled? Wacky Jackie. Call of Duty Black Ops. He's playing Call of Duty? Who is this gamer? He says LMAO. Now I got engaged, so I have been busy. He's got drops enabled on Call of Duty. All right. Well, let's go raid Wacky, guys. If you're on YouTube, I'm gonna end your part of the stream right here. If you're on Twitch, hang out with me. I'm gonna go send you guys over to Wacky. Wacky 101.
Okay, it's reverse control.
And go show him some love on Twitch, and a big congrats on the engagement. So YouTube, I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow, and of course on the YouTube videos daily. Make sure if you want to support me, you go and use creator code Cdome. And if you want to keep up with what we're doing while we're offline, Twitter or Discord are the best places for that. All right, YouTube. Much love. Peace out. And for those